What's up? All right. Well, what are we doing? Saturday? Yeah, Saturday item find. All right, here we go. Let's do a super scroll, purely because it's hot in the office, in the study up here, and I want to smash through this a bit quicker. Also, I have 11 of them. Now 10. In the bank, at least. So while we wait for everyone to get here, let's do some PvP. And trials and invasion, as always. And then we'll get stuck into raids and world boss and stuff. Raptor, morning. You're not even a bit heroesman, are you? You don't play this game at all, from memory, right? Maybe, no? Maybe you can, see what it's all about, see if you're interested. It's on mobile, so it doesn't need to be on PC. I just record on PC because it's easier. Well, it's on browser as well, sorry. Obviously not going to record or stream from my phone because that's the worst. But you can do it on browser or Steam as well. And let's change this on. Let's put on not everything random because I hate it. Let's put on nothing but. Okay, Raptor, you get to pick a genre. Oh shit, this guy's kicking my ass. Hold on. Upbeat, mixed. Well, no, mixed is everything. Okay, upbeat, rock, pop, ambient, chill, hip hop, holiday, EDM, synthwave, epic, chiptune, happy, or hype. Choose now. Rock or synthwave? Okay. Let's do it. Let's put on synthwave because I don't really know what that is. And then if it's shit, we'll change. Synthwave. Here we go. We've synthwaved. So far, it's pretty bland. It's a good choice. Nailed the choice. I'll cut you. Come on. Can be a bitch. The cuts have begun. So I got this new watch from Camille for my Christmas present. I was gonna say for my birthday. It's not true at all. And it's awesome. And I've got like the Pip-Boy. It's hard to. I've got like. No, I'm gonna have to take it off to show you properly because I can't bend that far. I've got like a Pip-Boy face on it. I can't really see if you can tell that. Anyway, whatever. It's awesome. The only bad thing about it is like the strap at 4 is a little bit too tight and at 5 is a little bit too loose. And the gap between the dots, the sticky in dot, is too small that you can't make another one. So you either have to have it a bit too tight where it's annoying, or a bit too loose and it flies all around the joint and there's no like sweet spot. So I'm gonna have to get another strap for it, because if it's this, it digs in a little bit and it kind of you know ends up hurting after a long day. Or the other one, it's just like it's just flying around all over the joint. So that's the only bad part about it. Other than that, it's top notch. So that's frustrating. Velity, I only got Discord notice your stream went live. Oof, Twitch and YouTube is broken. I don't put a video up on YouTube when I go live anymore. It was just too much work. And then I would forget to take it down, and then people would go into Twitch and they're like, oh, the YouTube video said you're still online. I'm like, shit, I forgot to take that down, etc. Also, I don't know if my YouTube is going to exist in 3 days. So I wouldn't worry about YouTube notifications. If you get Twitch, the thing with Twitch is you can follow somebody and then you can, it's like YouTube with the bell, right? You can subscribe and then you click the bell to get notifications. With Twitch, you can follow and then there's a notification bell thing that you can click to get notifications on or off. So make sure you've followed, which you have, and then click that bell thing on Twitch, and then that way you'll get a notification every time. And then I ping on Discord every time as well. So no matter what, I'll ping. I ping like at everybody on Discord every day when I go live, if I go live. So Discord's probably the best place. But yeah, if you definitely follow and then click that notification bell thingy on Twitch, that's also a really good way. But between the two, you should get notified. Scarlet, good morning. Will you use consumables or natural regen? Natural regen for today. I just used a super scroll because I wanted to get through it because it's hot. But we will. Oh no, I probably won't use consumables again this tier. I would say because I've got everything I need. And save them for next tier. So when next tier comes out, I can just smash it out. So we can look at my consumables as well. I've saved up for free to play. I've saved up quite a bit. So let's take a look. I've got 2 bitgores. These are purely from monthly login. It's the last day of the month. You get this, right? So I've got 2 of them. I've got a buck gore from something recently. We got this for free, did we? Maybe it was from Halloween. Maybe it was Halloween. Not Halloween. Christmas. I think we got a buck gore for free, yeah. I got 4 egg gores because I've bought 4 of those egg gore packs. So that's like a week long, so that's awesome. It's only 250% compared to like the 500%, but that's only for a day. This is for a whole week. So that's like a whole month worth of 250%, which is pretty great. I found out yesterday I've got this. So this is OP, right? 200% more gold. Holy shit. It should retire now. That's broken how good that is. And like a bunch of rocket skates and stuff. I was saying in Discord, combine this and this, and it's the best, right? Just run around like crazy, picking up gold. It's so bad. And then I got 45 token duffel things, 29 shards. Wait, where are my badges? A few badges. Not too much. And then I got all this shit as well. Like I got this delicious feast and the broccoli and stuff that are all basic, and the coffee, they're all the same thing. It's 75%. I should use one of them instead of super scroll. Doesn't really matter. And then I've got like after that, I don't have much left. I've got 65 energy potions because we used pretty much all of our energy potions and energy. What are they? Bundles, whatever they're called. Trying to get all the tilks that we needed. But still, I got a fair amount of consumables for free to play. It's not too bad. So I think when the new content comes out, I'll probably, because I'm really good with willpower like that. Probably not willpower in real life, especially with eating stuff. I got my willpower is generally pretty good in general, but I have a problem with eating at the moment. I don't know if it's medications or not, but I'm eating so fucking much. Anyway, saving stuff up in games and stuff I'm really good at. So I'll probably wait until the new content comes out, and then wait until my raid team can do heroic, and then pop all that shit and go nuts. That's the deal. I still need a bit more. I still need like 600 or something fire blossoms and 2 or 3 set pieces to break down for this tier if I wanted to up tier everything. But that's it, and I don't think, you know, popping a bit gore or anything like that is particularly worth it just for that. Like I'll probably get it anyways. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. That is the plan. All right. Mech is lurking. I'm not free to play anymore. I spent money on the game to get 3 out of 4 of the Earthen Might set for tanking. Well, I mean, that's good. Are you happy with that, or do you regret doing it? I often find that's a interesting conversation to have with people that have been free to play and then go pay to win, or like, yeah, the term is pay to win, even though it, you know, that whales and pay to win is a completely different category. But people that go from free to play to pay to win, and whether they regret it or not, or vice versa, people that are pay to win and then all of a sudden go, no, I can't, my bank account can't handle it, I'll go free to play, and then they like struggle to keep playing because they're used to the free to play, used to the pay to win method. So it's an interesting distinction between the two. I got some raid shard baskets from the last crate with egg gore. Yeah, that consumable is so good. It's so worth. That's the best gem consumable box thing you can buy, in my opinion. That's why I keep buying it. That's why I got 4 of them. I don't know if I should spend them tomorrow and try to get the full leg T7 or keep them for when I get a higher tier. I mean, ultimately you want to keep everything until you get to the highest tier, so that everything you get won't be replaced by the tier after it. So like, if you're in tier 11 right now and you used it, all the tier 11 stuff you'd be using or breaking down to upgrade the other stuff that you'd be getting. Whereas if you use it in tier 7, you're going to get enough stuff into tier 7 to then go to tier 8, and then you'll replace all the stuff that you got into tier 8. It's better to save them, but at the same time, you got to have fun. And also, it will help you progress to the next tier and stuff. So it's like a double-edged sword. It's catch 22. I should save it so I get better shit later, or I can use it now to propel myself into the next tier and make it a bit easier for myself now. So it depends, but a lot of the thing with going from tier to tier is familiars, right? So if you've got like maxed epics in all your slots, and then you've got like 1 or 2 legendaries that are like 3 out of 4, you probably got enough TS to get through. So like maxing out legendaries and stuff might not be needed. It depends. It depends what fams you got and all that sort of stuff. Senpai, welcome. I've only 1 tier 7 leg maxed and almost maxing another. The rest is purely epics, and my weapon is a tier 6 ledge. Okay. Well, we can take a look, right? When it loads. This is fucking awesome. This is so good. You're really lucky with that. When you get hit, you could replace that with when you hit an enemy. That will help. Damage and rage. These two are no good. Dual strike good. Block chance no good. Damage and rage no good. So you want to get away from damage and rage. You need to replace all that with dual strike, empower, or damage. Damage and rage is no good. And then how far are you off a new mount? Because that'll give you a bunch of TS. Like a big bunch of TS. Yeah, so if you... Don't look at you. If you put this up one more time, you'll get a bunch of TS out of that. And then... then you could start working on a weapon, I guess? Because a maxed epic is still not as good as a max of the next tier is still not as good as max legendary. So you could get a 3 out of 4 weapon as well. Like get this out of 3 out of 4 and then get that out of 3 out of 4. I don't know. Or get a new mount. That'll give you a bunch of TS. And then yeah, work on these runes and enchants. So you want to get rid of the block chance. There is you don't need block, but you got the dual strike, so keep it. You don't need block chance at all because you're not a tank. So this is kind of wasted. You can keep them. Don't get rid of them and keep them. And if you ever want to go tank, you've got them there to swap out into. Damage and rage and speed. Speed is but yeah, damage and rage is not very good. So I'd swap that, and that out with stuff like that's not. Do that at your own time, type thing. Don't spend a million years trying to get those. You'll get them naturally anyway. But yeah. Hopefully that made some form of sense. Fuck me. Some form of sense. But damage and rage is generally no good. You want damage or dual strike or empower. They're the 3 you want as DPS. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. This is not good. Okay. Rosti, welcome. Don't look at you, Mac. Where are you? Are you even on? You're not even on. Oh, no, we don't have each other in our friends anymore, do we? Because I was asking if people have slots to give up. That's right. Rolex, welcome. You've been working on a tank build. Nightwalker Magma. I'm bad with names, so I'm gonna say cool. But I'm bad with names. I don't remember what anything is. And what they're, like the sets and stuff, and what they do. But you know what you're doing, so I assume that's really good. I'm saving up for guts for legendary mount, halfway there. And for the enchants and runes, I'm going with whatever I get. Yeah, fair enough. That is fair enough. Damn it. Fair enough. So what, you're at like 500 mount guts? Because what, like an epic's 500, right? You're already halfway to a legendary. That's going to be a massive jump from common to legendary. That's huge. Huge. Minecraft, can I add you? Didn't I add you before, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I added you in the past. And then I have a 24 hour kick timer. And you went offline for 24 hours. I think I can try and re-add you if I've got space, but yeah, if you're gonna go offline for 24 hours here or there, you probably get kicked again. Not due to me not wanting you on my list. It's just that's the rule I have to make room for people such as yourself right now that want a spot. So I have to be fair. What is the required team TS to auto 11 on heroic? It's a good question. I can't auto tier 11 on heroic anymore, or half the time. So it's a very good question. It's people are changing their builds constantly at the moment to trying to change things up. They're going the elemental gear, and then they're swapping back to other things, and then they're putting an attack pet instead of a healing pet, and it's all kind of going to shit a little bit. Everyone's changing their builds like a lot. So I back in the day when it came out, I think it was like 35,000 or something. You should be okay. But now, like, we'll see when I do a raid. Like, sometimes it goes fine and there's no issues whatsoever, and then sometimes I almost get wiped type thing just because. So I think yeah, a lot of the different builds paths and people are going down now is all changed. Like I went into yesterday, and I had my raid team set up from the day before, and it didn't wipe once the whole day. It didn't die once. No one died the whole time. And then I went yesterday and just clicked it without checking, and then like everybody died. And I had to like use 5 potions and all the rest of it. And I looked at it, and someone had gone from the normal gear to elemental gear, and then 2 people had attack pets, and it all, you know. So it's a good question. 450 out of 1,000. Yeah, okay. It's going to take you a while to get that out of 500 though, from like, you know, PvP rewards, or not even PvP rewards this week. Trial rewards maybe. Yeah. Here, sorry, mount guts. So if you place in the, say, what, 2,000 to 3,000 or something, you're gonna get 50. That's 10 weeks worth. So it's gonna take a while. Maybe it's better to get an epic and then save up for the legendary. I don't know. I mean, if I could give you some of my mount guts, I would. I have, oops. How many do I have? I have a lot. I have 11.7k. If I could give you 11.7k, I would, because I don't need it. I mean, yeah, going from common to, what are we doing, invasion? Going from common to legendary would be huge. But if you go from common to epic, you're gonna get like a bunch of TS out of it at the same time. So I don't know. I'm inactive, so I removed you for that probably. Yeah, I'm now on holidays. When I drive back home, that's going to take more than 24. When I have what? Okay, no, that's fine. I can add you back. It's just that was probably why you got kicked, was for that reason, not because I have a thing against you or anything. It was just like I go through my list, and anyone that's offline for 24 hours, I get rid of to make room for new people. So yeah, I'll re-add you. I haven't checked my friends list since Christmas, because like Christmas is mental, and like I've hardly been on, so I don't want to kick people off that have been offline for like, you know, a day or two over Christmas, because that just seems a bit mean. Because you know, Christmas is pretty hectic and stuff. But if there's people that have been off for like 4 or 5 days, I'll get rid of one and add you. I'll just give me a sec. We'll get through invasion. We'll do it. Want to see what I randomly rolled? No. Sure. Is it dung? Are you a dung pie? A dung beetle? Rolling up dung pies for Zeta? You could be. After maxing Eularius and Remy T, what familiar just I focus to get? After maxing Eularius and Remy T, What familiar should you focus on to get max? That's a good question as well. There's for like as a tank and healer, like as a because there's multiple different ways you could go, and it all depends on what they're going to do with this elemental stuff, right? So at the moment, damage reduction is just getting shit on, and damage reduction has been the go-to tank stat for forever. And they're making it so that only physical attacks are affected by damage reduction, and like lightning attacks and all this shit aren't. So all the familiars with damage reduction are probably not as good anymore unless they revert it. I don't know. It like because all this elemental stuff is in beta effectively and stuff. It's hard to tell, but who I use is really good. And we'll see him in a sec. We just saw him in the trials and stuff. It's Glalsdos, and he's really good. And I'll show you why he's really good. And you can just use 2 of him because he's a healer and a tank in one, so it kind of fits that role. And if you get him to +5, you just need to make another one, and then you've got 2 +5, which is what I did. So you only need to make him once to get 1, then another 5 to make him +5, then another one to make 2 +5s. So what's that? That's 5, 6, 7 familiars to get 2 +5s instead of 12 to get 2 +5s if you're going 1 and 1. So it's pretty good. Hang on, let's do this, friends, one thing at a time. Okay, who's been offline for a while? You've been offline for a month, which is not great. He's still in. I don't know what he's doing. Hindsight, he's one of my backups, so I can't get rid of him. You've been offline for like a month. See, here we go. Here's another one. All right. All tank stuff, but with an offensive pet. So this is like the new meta, I guess. Like everyone's fucking doing it at the moment. He won't be because he's been offline for 2 weeks. Trash and unadvised Pikachu. It's 4 days. So we got a few people we can get rid of. Crispy, Snoo, Weird Judge, Litten. All right, so let's get rid of unadvised Pikachu because the other guys are regulars in the stream. So I'll give them like the slight benefit of the doubt. What is your name, Pikachu? Not Pikachu, Minecraft. What's your in-game name? It's my mount, 4% dual strike. Fuck you. That's nice. Good job. Okay. Oh, I did have you. That's right, because I remember your name was hard to remember. You have friends requests disabled, which is a shame. Turn that off and I'll add you. Yeah, I definitely had you on my list at some point. Okay, hang on. Should be hitting max tier soon. However, I only have epic fams. What legendary fam should I try and get? Well, that's the same thing that Rolex was just asking, which we're going to go into in a sec. Question was basically asked already. Yeah. Fuck you, Chook. It will be God of Dual Strike. Fight me. Fucking fight me. Get above 41.6 and we'll talk. Eh? Okay, hang on. Let's add. Okay, we'll wait. That weird guy, welcome. Raptor, you still here? Okay. We'll come back to that. So, you're only 10% below me without the mount? Really? Back off. This is my territory. Get your own thing. Where is he? Here he is. So, why this guy's good? 1. He has 25% damage reduction, which is really good. As I said, DR is, was. I don't know if it still is. I don't know if they're going to revert the changes. I don't know. Also, I'm no longer in the council. I haven't made a video about that yet. I was going to. Clearly, I've forgotten to do so. I'm no longer in the council. I stepped down, not because there was any dramas or bad blood or any of that sort of stuff. It's just I've got a lot of stuff going on in real life at the moment. My dad got diagnosed with brain cancer, and my grandma got diagnosed with it's either liver or kidney. I never remember which one. Cancer. My mum's disabled and not doing too well. I'm in and out of hospital. It's just a lot of real life stuff to deal with. So I stepped down for cancel just because I didn't have enough time to do as much as I should be doing into it. So I've stepped out of cancel. So that's the thing. So it was just unfortunate timing that I got in and then all that shit came up, which is not great. So I can't really, I wouldn't be able to talk about it anyway. But like if they're changing certain things or whatnot. So we've just got to go off the information we've got at the moment, right? So if we take a look at this guy, regardless, he's good. And the reason is, as I said, 25% DR is really good. Remembering with augments, you can boost that up to quite a bit. No worries, micro. And he's got 2.5% absorb chance, which is like, whatever. His skills, he's just got an auto attack, whatever. He's got a 0, like an auto attack effectively, doesn't cost any mana or SP or whatever you want to call it, to heal himself. So he's got a self heal for free. He's got a 1 SP shield teammates, sorry. So you can shield everyone in your team for 1 SP. You've got a 1 SP target damage thing, and you look at his damage here. It's pretty high. He doesn't have any like dual strike or empower or anything, so it's just like that one hit, but it's still a lot of damage. And then he's got a 1 SP heal target teammate as well. So he's got heal himself, heal someone else, shield everybody, and do like decent damage to one enemy. So he doesn't have to save up a lot of SP to do a big move. Like all his moves are 1 SP or free. So he's really good with the damage reduction. He does have really low HP, so he's a bait tank. But that doesn't really matter because he heals himself and stuff. So he'll get hit, and then you put him in the first slot, and he's tanking for you. And then he can just heal himself, and you can heal him or whatever, however you want. You can keep him up via heal, shield, and heal other, which he can use to heal himself as well, because it's target teammate, so he can just target himself. And then he'll get the hit weakest attacks as well, because he's got the lowest HP and stuff. Then you can augment him. I don't have the best augments by far. So this is 30% chance to attack strongest enemy. Ideally, you want something better than that. Strongest team would be better. Because when he, strongest team, the whole team. So when he gets attacked, he just has a 30% chance of hitting the entire team, which is pretty good. I've got redirect chance on. I'm not entirely sure which of these you can get damage reduction on. I'm not sure if you can get DR on this or on this. I'm not super like pro when it comes to augments. Someone probably knows more than me about augments. But redirect is good. Takes away the attacks from you and puts it towards the tank, which is him. This is just DR while all teammates are alive. So when all teammates are alive, he's gone from 25 to 32.2. So he's at 32.2 DR while everyone's alive. Then these you could also get damage reduction in as well. You could boost this guy up to like 75% or something, maybe higher, I'm not too sure. So if you get all the damage reduction runes, perfect rolls or whatever, even just any normal damage reduction, like if these 3 were damage reduction, he'd be above 50% DR, which is crazy. But as it turns out, I've got evade chance because it's the only other tanky one I've got, and then I've got 2 absorbs. So that's, what's that, 9.6% absorb, and he's already got 2%. So he's at like 11 something percent absorb chance, 12.2% or something absorb chance as well. So he's like 32% DR and 12% absorb. And they're not even close to being ideal runes, augments. But as I said, if you make a +5, that's 6 fams, right? The one to make him, and then 5 more to +5 him. You make another one, you've got another one of +5. You make another one, you've got another one of +5. So like if I made another one of him, I'd have 3 +5s, and they all share the same augments. So both of mine share these augments. You don't have to put augments on each one. You put augments on a familiar, and every other familiar of that type shares those augments. So here's a really good option. And the way you find him is in World Boss, in the Extermination World Boss. And it's just a schematic you can find in there. And then once you get the schematic, you can fuse him by doing this. He's a really easy fusion too. It just takes a bit. You need 3 Tilks, which is not bad. And then you need 15 of the neural net ROMs, which is the world boss material. So like in All Ag Clan, it was Hobbit Feet, and in Netherworld, it was Demon Juice or something. And then in this new thing, it's this. So, you know, like each world boss has its own material. It's that. So you need 15 of that material and three tilks, and you can get this guy. So to make a +5, you need 18 tilks and 75 of these. So it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. This takes more time than this does. If you use like a bit gore or something, and then you have like a ton of energy potions or energy packs or something, and just use them all and just run Teal'c's dungeon, you'll get them, you know, fairly quickly. I had really bad RNG with mine, but that's what I usually have. So that's one I can suggest. So there you go. I can tell you how much my glass does, has DR wise. Go for it. You're in the Discord, and you can call me Melly. Okay, I'll try and remember that. I know you're in the Discord. I've seen you around, but and we've chatted a bit. But I'll try and remember Melly. I probably won't. In Discord I will, because that's your name in there. In here in Minecraft, I'll probably forget who you are. Like the two names. It's if someone has two names, like one for Discord and one for Twitch. I often forget like the link between them. Anyway. Let's have a look at my list, right? Let's see if anyone's changed. So Gilgamesh hasn't changed in forever. Neither is PhD. They're both just tanks, which is nice. Eagle is back to being normal tank. And so this is the setup I was running yesterday. So if we swap out, for instance, and we go to rev me up. So he's got like, he's level 700, so he's like OP everything, right? But he's got an offensive pet. And then I think Elo, same thing. Offensive pet. Chaos. Okay, Chaos has gone tank again. So I don't know why the offensive pet is now like the thing to do. I don't know what's changed. What's Bop doing? Is he back to tank? No, Bop's now back to DPS with a healing pet. So I don't know what's going on with all of that shit. I have no idea. Not a clue. So let's put Bop in, because it's Bop, and give it a go. Offensive bets for the new world boss. Right, there we go. Alright, thank you. Uroboros. Uroboros? Entertainment. Thank you for the sub, dude. With your Twitch Prime sub as well. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you, my dude. That's very nice of you. I do appreciate it. And also you gave Christmas, Father Christmas, apparently Santa, Father Christmas. Who calls him Father Christmas? You gave Santa to people, which is nice. Thank you again. Yeah. So the world boss, that makes sense. That's fine. But this is where the armory comes in handy, right? Where you're just like, okay, I want them to be the DPS that I've always had them as DPS armory, but the armory doesn't work. So, you know, you just got to run with what you got to run. So this is the problem that everyone's had the entire time of Bit Heroes, right? That you go in and then all of a sudden someone's changed their build and you're like, shit, I don't have a backup or something. Luckily I've got like a bunch of backups, which is good. But if you don't, it's harsh. And even with me, it's harsh, because some of my backups, you know, I've got like two or three really good DPS, and then when they go tank, then like my DPS is gone. I have to use, you know, subpar DPS type thing, which sounds harsh, but and then all my tanks go DPS, and then all of a sudden I don't have tanks and all that stuff. So that's where the armor is going to be really good once it actually starts working properly. So we'll see how it goes. When you're not meta DPS, yeah. I couldn't be further away from meta DPS if I tried. Hot tip, don't go pure dual strike. It's fun. It's not that good, but it's fun. I mean, some of the damage I put out is pretty good, but, you know, using the best of the best and the best, like, sets and all that sort of stuff, but free to play, you just got to use what you can use. You're a dual strike merciless user. Yeah, but you're a filthy pay to win, so you don't count. So what's your dual strike, like 30, 31 or something? It's not bad. Probably got a bunch of Empower as well, I'm taking it. You haven't paid to win in a while. Yeah, that's the trap there, right? That's what we were talking about before, going from free to play to pay to win. you get the you get used to the bonuses, like running around at, you know, freaking 20% speed and having like all the capture rate chances and all the item find and stuff, and then you run out of all those consumables and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go free to play again. And then all of a sudden you're running around at like 7% speed and you know, you do like 50 raids in a row without getting a legendary and you're just like, I can't do it, I gotta go back to pay to win. Whereas if you're just free to play the whole time, you don't know any different type thing. Apart from when you use something like a super scroll and you're like, oh, I'm running around real fast. I think that's the best part, honestly, running around real fast, because it takes so long to get through shit. Running around super fast is great. You smash through it. What's the hardest thing in raid 8? The fact that every single mob you hit takes your whole team's health down by 15%. So if everyone's on full health, well, basically everyone's on full health. If we attack a dude, so the closest, everyone's going to lose 15% of their health because we're hitting this guy for the first time. So everyone just gets chunked. Then if we hit this guy for the first time, everyone's going to get 15% again. And then if we hit this guy, everyone's going to get 15% again. So we're all healing up through it with the pets and, you know, set pieces and all that sort of stuff. But every single time you hit an enemy, for the first time each battle, everybody loses 15% of their health. So if you get four enemies in a group, or 3 enemies like that, and someone's low on auto, and someone does like a hit all attack, and it's all of them at the same time, everyone in the group just loses 45% of their health, and just gets destroyed. So here, there's 4 people here. So if we got to target 2 times, if we got like a hit everybody move, closest 2 times, target 2 times. Okay, let's just auto. I don't. Well, I've got that. Hit random OP, absolutely. We'll save. What is this? Spread heal. I don't want no spread heal. I don't think we do. Oh, here we go. Is this one? This one. Okay. So who is this? This is PhD. Okay. So we need to get into the next battle and do this, but it won't necessarily be him. He won't necessarily be the first one to attack, but I'll see if I can do it and hit everybody with a hit, and then you'll just see our whole team just get absolutely fucking chunked by the negative 15%. So yeah, that's probably the hardest part. And these 2-headed dragon dicks are a pain in the ass. Okay, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work at all. By the time I get there, I'll try. Okay, that just didn't... Okay, never mind. Anyway, yeah, for every single one, this guy, and the other dude, the first time you hit them, your whole team loses 15% health. So that's the roughest part. And then the 2-headed snakes are annoying. As Uroboso... Fuck, I cannot say your name. Uroboros, there we go, said. They're annoying, it's true. Not 100% sure what role to be. Damage tank, bait tank. If you're not pay to win, I recommend not going down the tank line and staying DPS. What's your favorite raid team? Using like DPS bait. For this, I used tank bait, DPS tank. That's what I use. I generally use that for most raids, unless something, you know, changes. That's generally what I use. In the previous raids, where you just... Like, the last 2 raids have been pretty difficult. But in the previous ones, where you just, you know, 3 months later and you're just shitting it in, sometimes you just go tank 4 DPS just to troll it and just smash it out quickly. Because by that time, everyone's, like, so decked out and so much TS that they don't die anyway. You ready for the next Dew in the Stars? Are you? Yeah, well, we're going to it next. And, I think Roasty's around, and also Scarlet's joining us as well, so that's cool. You don't know how to say it? Favorite raid team? What do you mean? Don't know how to say... Well, I was going to say don't know how to say what, but by definition you don't know how to say it, so that doesn't make any sense. Even the boss drains 15%, there you go. You'll join, waiting for your pizza to arrive. I want pizza. I'm always interested to know what people are eating, but then every time they say it, I want what they're eating, and then I get sad that I can't have it. Like, Raptor lives in the next city over from me, but Australia is massive, so it's like a, I don't know, an 8-hour drive or something, maybe a 10-hour drive. I'm not too sure. I've never driven there, so it's ages away. So it's not like we can just like catch up and, you know, share a pizza. But she's like, oh, I bought some ciders, and I'm like, God damn it, I want cider. Hang on, give me 10 hours. I'll come to your house and I'll take a cider. And like Raz as well. Raz is probably a 13 hour drive away. He lives in another town north, so Raptor lives west and Raz lives north. And yeah, because Australia is huge, it's not like we can just drive to a different city in like an hour or an hour or two. It's like, you know, it takes fucking forever, which is not the best. Okay, it's time for dad joke of the day. Are you ready? Where did you learn to make ice cream? Sunday school. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. That's so bad. That's really bad. It was really good cider, I'm sure it was. A healer is just a suboptimal DPS. Is it true being a healer is useless? Well, I don't know. And as I said, I'm out of the council, so I don't know what's coming. Also, I'm still affected by the NDA and I can't talk about certain things that have been talked about that are coming out. But I don't know anything about healers, to be honest. But every time a healer option or chat discussion came up, what I said was, when there was the voting stage, there was a healer subclass, right? And Rev Me Up was the one that got voted in for the healer subclass, which makes me think that they're going to start bringing in a healer gear. So we've talked about this a few times, that, you know, every tier there's a tank set, there's a DPS set, times multiple. So there's like 2 or 3 tank sets, 2 or 3 DPS sets, and mythics that go here and there and whatever. So my guess is that there will eventually be a healer set come out each tier as well, and healers will become a thing. But that's just a hypothetical guess, purely based on the fact that there was a healer subclass. But I have no knowledge of any of that. That's just a guess. What's my favorite mythical fam? I don't know. I basically don't even bother thinking about them, because it's free to play. That's not even an option. Because you need 3 different legendaries to make a mythic. 2 + 5, you would need 18 legendaries to make a +5 mythic. So it's just not like conceivable at all. So I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe Zala, because he looks cool. But yeah, no clue really. Melvatron, because I almost made him, because I couldn't get Melbog. I mean, I think I can almost make a mythic. I think I'm one fam off making one, but there's no point doing it. So hang on, let's have a look. Yeah, here, all I need is Captain Wombos to make a Rombolio. But I would lose my Oxlaroth, which, who cares? Because, again, stabling this dude is impossible. And I'd lose one of my Bobodoms, of which is +5, so I'd have to make another one to get a +5. And then I'd have to go and farm for Captain Wombos, which is, I don't know, whatever he is. I can't be bothered thinking about what it is, to make one of these things. And then without stabling, like, fams aren't really worth it. So it's just pointless. So unless you're going to stable a mythic, it's not really worth just having one of them. They're just not strong unless they're stabled. Captain Wombos, he's like the boss of the pirate ship mixed with someone, isn't he? Or am I think is that someone else? Always a treat to farm for. Is anyone up for some world boss as well? Anyone up for some of the new world boss, whatever it's called, the water one? Because I got full energy. Could smash some. Captain Woodbeard and the special leggy from Raid 4. Yeah, that's the one. What is that? Bully, right? Is it Bully? It goes Oxlaroth, Mimsy. Maybe the third one's Bully. Oh no, the fourth one's that stupid robot thing, right? My favorite is Rignius. He has 80%. I don't know who Rignius is, and 80%. 80% what? He has 80% mythic. Okay. Raptor, 80% block, right? Verity, I'm back. Had to AFK while taking a shower. Showers are so good. It's like a hot shower, fresh into bed to sleep. Oh man, so good. So good. You just get all nice and warm and you hop into bed and you're like, and then you take like 8 hours to fall asleep because your anxiety just keeps you up thinking about shit that isn't important. So good. The myth from raid 8 with 80% block, right? I would say Melvatron is the hardest. Those mats are so hard to get. Or shit happened 20 years ago, yeah. Or shit happened 20 seconds ago. Anxiety's OP. You need world boss help? I don't need it. I can solo it about 75% of the time. Unless there's one boss that I like 50-50 if I beat him or not. Soloing. So I usually just have just a rando in there, you know, like someone that's like 4000 TS or whoever pops into the room. But then you go to like, you know, you do the regroup thing, and then they just disappear and you have to wait. So yeah, if someone wants to join me, by all means. We won't do it, we'll just do norms. So it's not gonna take too long. And I don't know if you want to use your energy on norms rather than heroics or something, but I don't even bother with heroic. It's like, it's too hard. And I don't have an optimal world boss. I'm not a world boss killing machine, so I always just get kicked and stuff. And even when I make rune, even when I get people to help, like I got Bop and Zill to help, and we still got crushed. So yeah, I don't know. Heroics are rough. You just need tier 11 legs and such. All right, let's do it, Mecha Boy. Someone else said that they were going to come, right? Or was it you? It was you. I can do some world boss, baby. Okay, let's do it. 2 DPS fucks the boss up. I mean, me and a potato will fuck the boss up. I just need someone else in there to take some hits. All right, we'll do it. Are you ready? Like, are you ready now? You'll join? All right, sweet. We'll get a group. Someone else make the rune then and invite me, if that's all right. I think I got like 480 energy. So what's that, like 224 runs? Is that right? Something like that. You know, I've been making content for 4+ years and streaming for, I don't know, 6-7 months, and just playing games on PC for, you know, 30 years since I was like a little wee babby, and the whole time fine. And then since Christmas, and I've come back from Christmas, now sitting here with my right arm using the mouse against my desk now hurts. Why? All of a sudden, it's just like, no, I'm just gonna hurt now. That's rubbish. Like all of a sudden, like I'm here 6 days an hour. 6 days an hour? Wow. 6 hours a day streaming and stuff. It's fine. Absolutely fine. Now, all of a sudden, I sit down within 49 minutes, it hurts. I got like a red line and everything. It's no good. All right, invite me to World Boss, please. If someone's made it. Old age? Yeah. Bobby, welcome as well. You must reconnect. I'll fucking do it. When I reach tier 10, should I spam? Yeah, I would. Glass DOS is very good. People are still, even with all these changes and stuff, people are still using him and saying he's good and stuff, so I would, yeah. I fucking hate you, dude. I hate you so much for this. I will never not hate you for this. Hello, Baron. that was the boss for it. No, that wasn't the boss. My bad. I'll tell you which boss I struggle to beat. Sorry. Nice stream. I have to go. All right, dude. I'll see you in Discord. Thanks for popping in. One Bitcoin got me all the schematics I need for Forbon, plus the Forbon schematic. Nice. I have no idea who Forbon is, but congrats. You solo normal? Yeah, I bet you do. So do I. Apart from this one dude who hasn't shown up yet. Like, so far everything we thought would have been dead. A tier 10 raid mythic. Nice. He's not showing up. It's this guy every single time. I feel like this guy he's just done arm day every day for his life and just never done leg day. Like, look how babby his legs are. And he's just got absolute beast mode everywhere else. I still don't have all the I still don't have all the legendaries from this world boss either for cosmetics. This guy's just dancing. He loves it. I'm dancing. So far, the Super Scroll is living up to beefy boys. Yeah. So far, the Super Scroll is living up to its reputation of doing absolutely fucking nothing. And then tomorrow I'll get all the loots. Apart from that one stream where we got like, no, it wasn't even a stream. It was just a recording. It was like an hour and a half, and got like 8 legendaries in an hour and a half. No, it was like, I think it was 2 sets and 6 legendaries, something like that, with a Super Scroll. It was just ridiculous. It was like every other Super Scroll decided to suck the dick, right? And they've gone, nah, we're just going to do nothing, and we're going to give all of our power to this one particular Super Scroll in the future, and he's going to give you all the loots, and that's exactly what happened. The other day I used the Bitgore, and when doing World Boss over 1,000 energy, not a single legendary. Yeah, I know how that is. I used Edgore, which is obviously, it's not the best. But when I was in hospital across 3 days, I did Edgore and I did 140, 160 raids or something, and got 3 drops, which is great. 900% XP. Yeah, I'd take it. Man, it takes a lot of XP to level up. Like, even at my level, 366. Like, it's just getting, obviously it's exponential, and it just gets harder and harder. But it's going to take so freaking long to get to 400. Over 400. I feel like that's my goal, right? My goal was to get 7k TS. And my goal was to get plus 5 Glarus dosses. I've done both of those things, so my next goal is level 400. No, technically my next goal is to get enough Fire Blossoms and enough set piece material to be able to up tier everything I've got right now, just in case the next tier doesn't have a good DPS set or an achievable DPS set. After that, it'll be to get to 700. 400, sorry. But by the time I'm trying to get to 400, pardon me, it'll be next tier and there'll be another goal instead. Next goal is quick game. Who knows? Who knows? Come on, give me a drop, son of a bitch. Has anyone got anything yet? Should I use another leg or set piece? Set pet. What? You got a leg scam and a legendary? Wow. Nice. You got a few scams and a few epics? I'm getting fucking bubkiss. I don't think I've got anything. I mean, probably some epics. Maybe not even. I don't know. I mean, it's stream RNG, so it makes sense. All rares on scams. I think I've got the helmet and the offhand or something in here. I think I still need the chest and the head. Or the weapon, or I can't. No. Yeah, I think I definitely don't have the weapon. I have 2 out of the 4 of the legendaries in here. Okay, I've got, what's that, like 4 more, maybe? 66. 3 more. You got the set ring from Trials. What's that do? Okay, 2 more. What you doing, bitch? There we go. Take longer. Okay, my last chance. Wait, is it? I think it's my last chance. Yeah, it is. Thank you guys for the world boss runs. I appreciate it. Come on, this is the one. This is definitely the one where we get something. Yeah. Oh, we got 6 gems, I guess. Wait, I got 26 now? Oh shit, there's one more. Oh no, alright, fuck it. I'll just do it random. I fucked it. Either way, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Mr. Kriko. What is this? What is he using right here? A jet ski? When the hell did a jet ski get into the game? When did that happen? Cosmetic from Waterbot. There you go. Jet ski. Who knew? Okay. Let's get going. Wait, so that's the cosmetic mount? Wasn't the cosmetic mount the giant... The tentacle thing? You got deflected and killed myself with a 20k hit? Nice. Good job. That's what I expect. Good job. Might be 2. Yeah, I thought it was the because it's like, it looks like the mob, right? It looks like one of the bosses. One of the enemies, sorry. I think someone in the guild's got it, I'm pretty sure. I think it might be Spook who's got it. I'd never seen that jet ski before, that was the first time. Okay, I'm about to die. Oh, I might be dead. Punch heroes? Oh yeah, shit. We should do that again, right? Just solo raid 3 as a punch hero. That was fun, man. That was really good. I enjoyed that. Can I date you like 50 of my raid char baskets? You can, sure. Why not? I'll take it. But as I said, I'm not going to use consumables. I mean, a super scroll is like whatever. Until next tier, because I don't need anything. The fire bosses I'll just get by playing. Hopefully. 120? Jesus. I'll get just by playing eventually. You would think, hopefully, if you can actually get a legendary in this game. It might be a myth, I'm not sure. And the set pieces, I think I only need 2. We can check that. I might need 3. And that's depending on whether my maths is right, which is probably not. Because if If you know me, my maths is not my strongest suit. Oh, I hate you so much. Why? Why are you gonna be mean? Why are you gonna be so mean? And squish Zelly. Apparently, Camille just sent me a photo before. I'll show it. Apparently, she's just outside my... She's outside my office, wanting to get in. She's just like, oh, I can't get in. I'm sad. Let me in. Let me in! Poor Bean. We call her Bean. Because we call her Zelly. And Zelly's almost jelly. And so there's jelly beans. So we call her Zelly Bean. And then that's shortened to Bean. So half the time, well, a third of the time we call her Zelda, a third of the time we call her Zelly, and a third of the time we just call her Bean. And she answers to all three now. But we've been calling her Bean since the first, I don't know, month we got her. I just called her Zelly Bean once. And it just stuck. And she's like a little bean. She's like a little brick. I don't know if you guys know the West Island White breed or not. Or whether you've ever like had one or interacted with one or picked one up or anything. They're these cute little fluffy things and they just look like they're like a Maltese or something. And you pick them up and they're just dense. They're all muscle. So it's deceiving. You think it's like this cute little fluffy thing, which it is, but then it's just like a brick. It's like a staffy, but smaller. Stop squishing! Oh, Prisby. What a guy. Squished the sheet. What else? What else looks stupid? Oh, what about a Yeti squished? Do we want a Yeti squished? There you go. Have a squished Yeti. And a squished rubber chicken. Yeti with sunglasses, that does not work at all. I don't think the sunglasses works on any of my emotes actually. The only one it might work on is the chicken, which it does not. Kinda does. Kinda. He's thinking. He's got reindeer horns and a giant pimple in the middle of his face. Oops. Yes. Okay, 5 more reds. Hopefully we get 1 drop, man. 1 drop would be good with natural regen. Wouldn't say no. Best Yeti? Yeah. It's like the hat's too big and he's just like, shit, I can't see. It's like when a little kid puts on like their like dad's hat or something and it just falls straight over their face. Best Yeti? Only Yeti. It's just like, this is where my butt is. Look at my butt. Look at my butt. My butt is amazing. Tastes just like raisins. When do you think I should start upgrading my set items? I'm at tier 7. Tier 11? Sets and mythics and stuff aren't really important until you max tier. Because you're just going to replace them next tier anyway. So like, say you upgrade your sets. Say you've got like a set that has 4 pieces to it. It's not worth farming those set pieces and then upgrading them, because by the time you farm them, you're going to be spending so much time in that tier farming them, which you don't need to do. You may as well just progress. And then upgrading them is going to cost a lot of materials. Again, you're using that time to farm that tier to get the materials, which you could be using to progress. Then you get your set pieces and you're like, fuck yeah, I got my set pieces. And then you get next to the next tier and replace them anyway. So sets and mythics, while they're cool to get them, and you're like, fuck yeah, I got a mythic, or I got like sets and stuff, that's great. they're not really that useful until you get to tier 11. So I wouldn't focus on them. You can upgrade, if you've got one, you can upgrade it instead of a legendary to like, because usually you get max epics and then start working on a legendary or two to get you enough TS to get to the next tier. You can work on them instead of the legendaries. They're slightly more expensive to upgrade, but you can do that instead if you wanted to. But I wouldn't focus on them. So a lot of people do that. They get like mythics or sets or something and they want to max them out in that tier. And then they spend so much time doing that, whereas they could have probably got the next tier. So my advice is upgrade them if you want and you can. Like if you've got the extra materials and stuff, go for it. But I wouldn't wait around and focus on them. Hey Chook, do you have a spare slot on your friends list? Probably, yes. I could probably kick someone. Let's take a look at you. See if anyone else in chat has some free slots as well. Okay. Dude Graver. There you go. If anyone has some spare slots, let me check. I've definitely got people that have been offline. But I was saying before, I think you might have just got here, right? By the way, welcome. That I've been a bit lenient on people because I got a 24-hour kick timer. I've been a bit lenient on people at the moment because it's Christmas and stuff, and it's a bit harsh to kick people over Christmas because people go away on vacation and, you know, family time, and I've hardly been on all that sort of stuff. So, like Trash has been off for 5 days and stuff like that, but the Trash and Crispy and all that stuff are like regulars on the stream, so I'm going to give them kind of the benefit of the doubt. But Boku here, I don't have like a relationship with Boku. I'm not too sure who he is. Like I don't spend a lot of time with him, and he's been offline for 3 days, so I can remove him, for instance, and add you. What was your name again? Dude Graver? Is that right? That's it. There you go. So as long as you're online within 24 hours, you've got that spot for life. And I don't like check every 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, someone's been there at 23 hours. Wait, there it is, 24 kick. It's just like I'll log in and check, and you know, when I remember type thing. So I'm not super strict on it. So as long as you play regularly, you should be fine. Spook, welcome, dude. What's going on? Hey, Spook, are you the one that has the tentacle mount? The tentacle looking Cthulhu looking mount? One more question. You can ask as many questions as you like, dude. Mythics can only be dropped from World Boss. No. Mythics can be dropped from anywhere. Well, no, not anywhere. From raids, from Trials Gauntlet, from Invasion, from World Boss, but it has to be on Heroic. So like Heroic World Boss, Heroic, what's this called? Raid. And then Trials Gauntlet, you have to get to a certain tier. I'll show you that in a sec. And Invasion, it can just drop from Invasion at any level. Okay. Two day kick timer for Mac. Thank you very much. No worries. I'm here to help. Like, is it you with the? No, you're the dragon. Someone has the tentacle monster. I can't remember who it is. I'm pretty sure someone in the guild does. So as soon as we get out of here, I'll show you with the Trials Gauntlet thing. Cut a bitch for being inactive. So with the trials, for instance, there's different tiers. So you see here, let's go down to, where is it? 675 is the start of, you don't have the Kraken mount, no worries. But that's from the new world boss, right? That wasn't like it bought in the store or anything. That's just gotten from the new world boss mount. So yeah, here tier 11 starts at 675. You can see. So if you go to 675, you start tier 11. You can get, you know, legendaries. But if you go up to the blue one, which is all the way up here, which is obviously a lot harder, at 1080, this is where you get set pieces and mythics drop from world boss. So if you're in a previous tier, for instance, let's say you're in tier whatever this is, wherever the hell it is. My God. Here we go. So you're in tier 9. It starts at 290. If you wanted sets and mythics and stuff from tier 9, you would have to do 440. So it's the blue color of the tier. That's where you can get mythics and set pieces and stuff to drop. Otherwise, it's heroic raid and heroic world boss and just any invasion or expedition or anything, because you can't pick a difficulty in here. Like I was doing invasion the other day. And I got the peppermint ring. And apparently I got this as well. I didn't know I got this, but I got this. So that was from World Boss. No, sorry, that was from Invasion. So yeah. But generally it's heroic raid, heroic World Boss, or the Trials Gauntlet from each tier on the blue difficulty. Seahorse was from the store. You're a tentacle Chookin? No, that doesn't count. Do you know how I can know what difficulty I can do? Just experiment? Yeah, just experiment. So let's say you're in tier 11, right? Where it starts off at whatever it was, 800, 600, something. Where is it? It starts at 675. From 675 all the way up to 1079. All these numbers, all these difficulties have the same drop table, loot table. So if you're doing 675 or you're doing 1079, you're gonna have the same loot table, like legendaries and all that sort of shit. It's only when you get to the next thing at 1080 upwards, or the blue upwards, is when you're going to start getting sets and mythics and stuff. So if you're doing 675 and you can piss it in, you can just do it really easy. Maybe try 950 or something, and if you can do that easily, maybe go up to 1,000, and then maybe that's where it might get tough, type thing. But because it's the same loot table, I wouldn't do it where you're dying often and having to use potions and all that sort of stuff. Because it's the same loot table, you could do it easier and get the same loot. And the only reason to go higher is to get ranked higher in this. And if you're a lower level, you're never going to rank high, because all the whales and stuff and just the higher level people and stuff are going to be able to do high difficulties. So say you usually finish in the 2,000 to 3,000 bracket. You're probably still going to finish in the 2,000 to 3,000 bracket unless you spend a lot of consumables and stuff. So I would find the difficulty where it's semi-difficult type thing, like maybe you're dying once or something, and go down 25 from that, so you just can auto it, set and forget, and you're just doing it every single time. Or if you're like me and you can do the first of the blue difficulty, I can't auto it for the most part, I have to manually it, but because I can do it, I have a chance of getting sets and mythics and all that sort of stuff. But if you just want to test around and do testing your difficulties and stuff, you can just do it with one token, so you're not wasting tokens, and then find the sweet spot and then change back to 5 and then smash it out. Hopefully that made some form of sense. Josh, welcome. A different Josh, a better Josh, which is not hard. You're a bird now, a burb. You just get more points for high difficulty. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Can you add me? I can try. What is your name? So I'm tier 7. Should I start from the first difficulty of tier 7 list? Start from that. And then if you do that really easily, go up 100 points. And if you do that really easily, go up 100 points. And just go to it till you find where it's it's starting to get difficult, and then either stay there or go down a little bit from that, so you can just auto it and don't have to worry about it. Because as I said, unless you're doing unless you're doing tier 11 1080 plus like me, you're never gonna rank in the top 1,000 or so. I don't even rank in the top 1,000. I rank usually between 1 and 2,000 or 2 and 3,000, because I don't use any consumables. So you're probably gonna fall into the same bracket no matter what difficulty you do. So you may as well just do a slightly less difficulty than what's, you know, hard for you, and just be able to auto it without having using potions and stuff, so you can save potions. So use one token, like use one consumable thing, and just try all the different levels until you find the sweet spot, and then you can change back to 5 and then just smash it out from there. Josh, what's your name in game? Like me and Chook, auto 1080. I rank 500 at best if I try a little. Yeah, I never use any tokens or anything ever. I think I've got like 40 something in the bag, which I've gotten from those Egg Gore bundles, but I never buy them. I just never focus on Trials Gauntlet. I just don't do it. Like once I get to the being able to do the set piece one, which I've got right now, I could, but the set from Trials Gauntlet is a tank set, right? I'm pretty sure. So I don't need it. So there's no point in me pushing hard in Trials Gauntlet, because the sets I'm gonna get are gonna be tanks, so I don't need them. But just for finding out, you know, what difficulty you can do and stuff, is just use the 1 point and find the sweet spot, and then change back to 5 and you're good. But if you're in tier 7, if you just got to tier 7 for instance, you'll be able to complete the first level, the first number of tier 7 pretty easily, I would imagine. You could 1v1 me, no doubt. I'm pretty, like, I'm not, you know, my build is pure dual strike, and I just have whatever I can get available as free to play. So, you know, I'm not like amazingly super top, you know, 10% strong for my character level. I just do what's fun. So I've never, you know, proclaimed or professed to being amazing. I just, you know, I just have fun. I definitely do not min max. That's for sure. Yeah, I'll duel you if you want. I don't mind. Me no mind. Let's do it. After I get out of here, I just beat the boss, so it shouldn't be too far out. Kick your butt. I mean, maybe I got +5 fams and stuff, but the augment's pretty shit. We'll see. Ouroboros wants to duel you as well. You could just get everyone to cut you. I'll stab you with my fishing rod. I'll do it. I'll fish for a I'll fish for a mechanical wolf. See what happens. Maybe I'll catch one. And then I'll just cut it. My devil lance. Okay, this should be the last mob, is my assumption. What do we got? We got a dude drinking coffee, a guy with a hatchet, someone going fishing. I don't know what's going on there. He's trying to be Raphael, but he fucked it. And then a dude with a gun. But he also has the 2 chickens, so I appreciate PhD for his cosmetics. Alright, mech, let's do it. There. Okay, come at me. This could take a while. Usually I just auto, but I feel for you that I won't. Yeah. I have a plan. I can duel you? Sure. Oh god. That hurt. The plan is not working. Okay, I'm gonna change my plan. Whoa. Look at that. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Nice. Mech, get dead. Alright, you just want a pure auto? Okay, let's just do a pure auto. Do you want to do any damage at all? No? You don't want to damage me? My Walken's a beast? Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, any damage, I'll take it. Oh, you've done a little bit of damage. Oh, no. My glass DOS. That 11% absorb. Yeah. Oh, there's too many heals on both sides. There's just too many. Oh, there he goes. No. No. You got so many people that are hurt. Come on. You're all hurt. Where's the attack all? No. There's too many heals. Yeah. Okay, I've won. The infinite duel, yeah. No. Fuck that guy. You gotta take that guy out first. I hate him. He's so bad. Ouroboros, do you wanna auto? Wait, let's auto duel, right? Send me a request because I've forgotten what your name was already. Helebron, okay. Helebron. Duel. We're gonna auto, right? Oh shit, there. I'm scared. Oh my goodness. What is this? Are they +5s? Oh my god, I'm so dead. Fuck me, dude. That's crazy. I fought a dude that had 4 +5 Korgs, and I died within like 2 seconds. Yeah, okay, I don't think I can beat you. We'll give it one more go. One more guy. Yeah, he had +4 +5 Korgs, and I just died immediately. It was silly. It was super silly. Oh, I'm in with a chance. I'm not in with a chance at all. I don't want to try. I know if it was Chook's do Glass and him versus my Glass and Melbourne, I win. Maybe. Yeah, no, you're too strong, my dude. Too strong. Okay. I spit my drink. That's hilarious. The freaking res, man. It's OP. Pity that the fam is shit otherwise, but the res is OP. Joke's on you, I'm the worst thing on my team. Me too. Or maybe Bobbadom. I don't know. Probably Bobbadom. 3 +5 Walkens is it's pretty good. I can't even imagine the Duo Bombs Walken farm, Driffin farm for that. Like, no thanks. It's a hard pass. It's a no from me. That's for damn sure. I'm pretty happy that I never have to do unless Glasdos gets shit on and I have to go for a different fam, or bleh, that I never have to do raid fam farm again. It's pretty good. I'll wash the dishes, shower, it's hot as hell here, and etc. So hit me up on Discord if I'm not back when you start the other stream. Okay, I will do. We're probably, I don't know, maybe 20, 25 minutes away, I'd say. We've just got whatever raids are left. So it's still a little bit. You got some time. And then we'll test out the voice before we start the Stardew Valley stream. So we'll probably have like a 10-minute gap between this and Stardew. Get VC set up and then we'll get started. Okay. I'll BRB. I will be back sometime in the middle of Stardew. Got to take girlfriend to work. All right, dude. Take care. Yeah, well, we can always figure that out later. But yeah, have fun. I'll see you soon. Just make sure I have the code. No. I don't want you joining. Just need Melborg scam and I can do it better. Got a perfect attack team, brain. Nice. Yeah, no, my augment's pretty shit. We'll see if I've got enough money to buy one. Enough, well, whatever. Currency. Whatever it is. Doubtful. Tier 8 really been busting my chops. Nice. Any recommendation for fams apart from +5 Eularis and +5 Remy T? TS2K? TS2K? That's your name? Play does not easy. I don't know what TS2K means. English is saying your TS is 2000, which doesn't make any sense. Total skill, 2k. What? You're in tier 8 with 2k? How does that work? Oh, tier 8. I'm thinking raid 8. My god. Sorry. No, Eularis and Remy T is the go-to from there all the way to tier 11. Yeah, I'm like 2000. How the hell are you in raid 8 with 2000? That doesn't make any sense. Tier 8 makes sense. Yeah, no. Eularis and Remy T is the way to go. That's perfect. Let's take a look at you there. Mr. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you got a tank accessory, attack strongest. If you're pushing flags, you probably want a defensive pet. Damage reduction, damage, health, empower. Your runes are all over the place. Dual strike, damage reduction, evade, damage reduction, health. Are you going tank or are you going DPS? Because you're a bit split up. Have to be lucky with the dungeon. A lot of it is that, yeah. A lot of it is like, if you can get to the boss, the third fam or something, instead of like the last and stuff, you still have all your potions and stuff. Really not aware of what you should be doing. Are you free to play or are you putting money into the game? It's really good that you got a legendary accessory. That's awesome. But if you're going DPS, it doesn't really help you, which is unfortunate. Free to play? Okay, if you're free to play, I highly suggest going DPS. Because tank is only... Hang on, let me see if we're still... I thought we were stagnant. What do we got? 2 raids to go. Okay, that's enough time to have a chat. We haven't had any wipes or anything in so our current team is doing well. Yesterday I was getting crushed. Let me have a look again. Mr. P Y SCO. That's not right at all. Mr. P H Y SCO. That's the one. Yeah, I recommend free to play going DPS, and the reason is that if you go tank, you need the perfect, or you need like sets and mythics and stuff, and well, lack of a better word, perfect setup for tank to be useful. If you just have like stats all over the joint, so like at the moment you've got block here, like 60% block. So if you're going that 60% block there, you probably want everything to be block. Here you've got damage reduction, here you've got health, here you've got empower. So you'd want all of those to be block, and you want all of these to be block. You got dual strike, damage reduction, evade, etc. So you want to like basically pigeonhole you want yourself into one stat. Whereas DPS, and you need all the sets and stuff. So if we quickly take a look, is it okay if you give friend slots? Of course, of course. Strong enough for people in using. You're always strong enough, dude. So if we take a look here at some friends, right? Let's find a tank. Shock and awe. He's got block here, right? Same as you. So he's probably got block, right? So another 20% block there, and then his enchants are also probably block. 2% block, 2% block, 2% block, 2% block, 2% block, 2% block. Fuck, this guy's killing it. So you want to pigeonhole yourself into one thing, and then you got to get like, so for instance here, gain damage reduction. He's got Star Weave, so all of his, this is not the best example because this is the new world boss set. Let's go for someone else. Let's go for not Roasty. Wait, are you tank? No, I didn't think so. Where's like Eagle or something? There we go. So he's got damage reduction here, 29% damage reduction, and then he's got damage reduction here, and then he's got damage reduction all in his things here. And then his set, he has like all the tank sets. So this one has heals receive skill from skills are more effective. He's got here his full set, 2% deflect chance, automatically prevent the first team death, 25% damage reduction, etc. And then he's got this major rune bonuses doubled. So all of these are doubled. So that's 5, 5, 5, 5. So to be an effective tank, you need all of this shit. You know, you need everything to be perfect. Whereas if you DPS, oops, I wasn't auto that whole time. If you DPS, even if you have nothing, even if you have no sets and you just like got like legendaries and whatever, you're still doing damage. So no matter what, you're still doing damage. It might not be the best damage, but you're still doing damage. Whereas if you're a tank and you have subpar gear, you're not really tanking and you're going to get crushed. So my recommendation is going DPS. Because no matter what, you're still going to be doing some form of damage. And it's also a lot easier to gear because there's multiple different stats in DPS. There's flat damage, there's dual strike, and there's empower. So you've got a 1 in 3 chance of getting, well, you've got 3 stats you can go for, right? So if we take a look, I can't really do it until we get out of here, but there's, you know, there's well, damage, dual strike, empower, there's damage and rage, there's block, there's damage reduction, there's speed, there's health, there's all these different stats. So if you're going just for block, you've got a 1 in, say, 12 chance of getting that block rune. Whereas if you're going for DPS, you've got damage, dual strike, and empower. So you got like a 3 in 12 chance. So it's a lot easier to gear up, and a lot easier to like get good stats and stuff. Because there's multiple stats to choose from. And as I said, even if you don't have the perfect get up, you're still going to be doing damage. So tanking is really good, and you have an easier time in the game, but you need the really, really good gear for it to be effective. Appreciate it. Much better sense of what I should be grinding up. Thanks a bunch. No worries. So yeah, just maybe write down on a piece of paper or something, or just remember, dual strike and empower are the 2 big ones. You want dual strike or empower, or ultimately both. And if you can't get them, just flat damage. And they're the 3 stats to focus on. You have 15 friend slots. Wow. Spook's really good, guys. So if he's offering friend slots, I'd definitely scoop him up. He's level 438 with Starweave, nearly maxed out pet, nearly maxed out accessory. All these runes, dual strike, empower. His enchants are all really good. Dual strike, empower. So, and damage. So if anyone needs a carry, a DPS carry, Spook, and he's giving away slots, definitely take him right now. He's OP. Also, if you want to swear in bid heroes, just put muffin at the end. Hot tip. Your shit. You're a shit muffin. There you go. Fun fact. See? Fuck you. Fuck muffin you. Yeah. So there you go. And then yeah, just like grind through the game. And the thing is, and also the other one is let's put this down here. Is get a offensive accessory. So at the moment you've got that block accessory. It's not going to help you as DPS. Get an offensive accessory and a defensive pet. At the moment you've got a defensive accessory and an offensive pet. So just swap those. Offensive accessory obviously is going to get you to do more damage. Defensive pet is going to keep you alive. So it's kind of, the pet is kind of opposite as what you would think. If you're going DPS, you should have a DPS pet, but you want the opposite. So for instance, this accessory here has 18% dual strike. So this is a really good accessory because dual strike and empower are the two big ones that you want. The two big stats you want as a DPS. So if you can get something like this, it would be really good. Let's see, is anything in the shop at the moment? Offensive pet egg. Hang on, let's go gear. Let's go offensive accessory box. So for instance, like if you can get any legendary, DPS is going to be good. Offensive legendary. So this one is just a lower version of this one. These are all similar. This is not the box I'm looking for. Might be the only one. Yeah, it's the only one I can show you. As far as pets, there is... Oh no, they're offensive pets. Fuck, I can't really show you what I'm trying to show you. But just buy an offensive accessory and hope to get something with either dual strike or empower or both on it. And then get a defensive pet, which hopefully has when you hit an enemy. So there's when you hit an enemy, when you're hit by an enemy, and per turn. You want when you hit an enemy. So when you hit an enemy, defensive pet, and anything with dual strike or empower on it as an offensive accessory. That's the way to go. And then in the future, if you ever wanted to try tanking, you've already got a legendary tanking accessory. Okay, this song is boring. Got a Google Doc called Chook's Live Tips when going watching at work. This is perfect. No worries. I mean, every stream I have questions and I try to answer them. I've also got all my guides on YouTube and stuff as well, which you can watch. But if you're already in tier 8 with Eulyrus and Remedy and stuff, you kind of know what you're doing. It's just your build's a bit wonky, that's all. So if you just swap over and focus purely on DPS, you'll have a much easier time. But a defensive pet goes a long way. Oh, I didn't look at your mount either, because that could be wrong. Fuck, I've already forgotten what your name was. It was like Mr. PSYC. Is that right? It's not right. Shit, what was it? Mr. P Y PHYSCO. Ah shit, what am I doing? PYS. No, I fucked it again. That's so hard for me to type for some reason. There we go. Oh, you got this thing. Okay. The other thing you could do, like this is fine, you've bought this, so that's no worry. But you could also go if you're free to play, save up 1,000 mount guts and get a mount, such as I've done. And get, so I've got the 4% dual strike on mine. You can get 4% dual strike or 4% empower. If you don't get it, you can re-roll them and stuff as well to get the stats you want. But you've already bought that mount, so that's fine. Saving gut for a legendary, okay. Yeah, so all of that should help. Just you know, change your enchantments and your runes as you go. Whenever you can afford a new one, a new rune, try and, you know, and if you don't get what it is and what you're going for, one of the three, just, you know, buy another one later and just keep trying. Hopefully, eventually you'll get what you want. But if you can get a build like where you have split dual strike and empower, that's the way to go. So say you got like 20% dual strike and 20% empower, that's really strong. I went nothing but dual strike, so I have like 41.6% dual strike. It's probably not the way to go, to just go one of the stats. I just did it because why not? But mixing them up, and having a similar half of those two stats is really strong. And that's why there's some of the accessories are exactly that. So like William, for instance, his is 10.5% dual strike, 10.5% empower, so it splits. It's also got crit on it. I think Viking has literally half, 13% dual strike, 13% empower. So that's what you want. You want to split them. Have as much of both of them as you can. Duel me after you finish this raid. Okay, I can do it. This is the last raid anyway, so we'll be finishing up in a sec. But I can duel you. An auto duel? Because auto duels are the best, because you don't have to do anything. Could also save up 3,600 gems when a leg mount comes on sale that you can be guaranteed to get a mount that has stats. Very correct. That's very true. There is no empower or dual strike mount though, is there? It's like, there's like team enrage and I can't remember what the other DPS ones are. But I don't think there's like a dual strike and an empower one, right? Otherwise I think I probably would, if there was a dual strike one, I probably would have bought it. I bought Muncher. Not from the store ones, yeah. I bought Muncher mount. Do you think I should upgrade it or save guts to upgrade a better mount when I get one? It depends on what your build and stuff is. Munchers... Is that the one with DR? No. That's the robot looking thing. I can't remember what Muncher is. Might be a little slow because my laptop isn't the best. That's alright. What's Muncher's stats? Damage bonus? That's not bad. I'm not too familiar with the gem mounts. There's good and bad for gem mounts. There's good there's pros and cons, just like everything. So the pro is you buy it with gems and you automatically have a legendary. You don't have to save 1,000 mount guts. So all the mount guts you've saved, you can then spend on upgrading that. So instead of saving 1,000 mount guts and then having to save like a shitload more to then upgrade it, you can just buy it and then use all the mount guts you've got to upgrade it, which is good. So that's good. The bad is that there's none on sale at the moment, right? The bad is that the mount has its, here. The mount has its bonus, so 3% team enrage. Unique, you see at the bottom, unique cannot reroll. So you can't reroll that 3% team enrage. So it is what it is. So if you buy a mount with gems, that's the mount you get and you can't change it. So that's kind of a bad side if it's not the kind of stat you want. So for me, for instance, I'm stacking dual strike because I'm an idiot. There is no store-bought mount with dual strike, therefore I haven't bought it. But with my mount, I bought it with mount guts, so I can re-roll it until I get the stats I'm looking for, which is 4% dual strike. So the pro is it costs. The other con is it costs 3.6k gems, which is a lot of gems. But yeah, the pro is that you can buy it and then use all the mount guts you've got to upgrade it straight away. The cons is it costs 3.6k gems, or 5k gems if it's not on sale, or whatever, around a lot of gems, and you can't re-roll it. So plus and minus, depends on what stats you're going for. William, good morning and welcome. Hi everybody, Bit Heroes is still going, I see. Sad I missed so much. Mum needed help with computer work. No worries, we're literally about to finish. We're out of everything. We're out of literally everything. So we're about to go to Stardew Valley in a sec. We're just gonna duel Spook and get our asses kicked by all of his fucking OP. Look at this. Have more OP familiars, my god. And then we're gonna finish up. So yeah, you've come right at the death of the stream, of the Bit Hero stream at least, but that's fine. And we've got, I think Roasty, I don't know if Roasty's in chat anymore, but I think we've got Roasty and we've got Scarlet joining us for Stardew, so that should be pretty fun. I thought I'd be dead by now, but Spook said, as he said, his laptop is slow, so the battle might be going slower. You watch it later, the Bit Hero stream? We went through quite a bit of advice, as we normally do, so that was pretty good. Oh, Zalek's almost down. Can I do it? Can I kill one? Can I kill one thing? It's going to be a flawless victory, isn't it? Oh, it can't be flawless because I've hit him. There you go. Couldn't even kill one thing. I'm a scrub. Alright, well there you go. That is Bit Heroes done. We should be back midweek. We should be back on Wednesday, which is... What's Wednesday? Is Wednesday Christmas? New Year's Day? Or is Christmas... My god. Wednesday, New Year's Eve. Wednesday is New Year's Day. Okay, we might not be back on Wednesday. We'll have to see. Depends on what I'm doing New Year's Eve and all that sort of stuff. I can't play straight away playing Monopoly. Okay, no worries. That's fine. You can just pop in when you want. So I can't promise I'll be here Wednesday, but I'll try. Otherwise, regardless of that, this is the last Bit Hero stream of the year. Also, the last Bit Hero stream of the decade, which is something, I guess. It sounds way more impressive than it actually is. Because we're going into a new decade, which is cool, I guess. Anyway, that's it. If you're here for Bit Heroes, yeah, I'll try and get it on Wednesday. If not, should be next Saturday, should be fine. We're going to quickly auto duel William. For everyone else, we're going to, or for anyone that wants to join us, we're going to Stardew Valley now, in about 10 minutes or so. And we're doing some co-op with some people from the chicken coop, which should be pretty good. And just fucking around in Stardew Valley, which is nice. Oh no, I'm not going to kill this guy in time and everybody's going to get rezzed. It's going to be no good. It's going to be no good. No, he's going to res everybody. He's literally gonna res everybody. Fuck. Oh, he's not the res dude? Is he not the res dude? Oh, it's not the resing guy? Oh shit. I thought it was. Alright. Last raid. Last duel, sorry. Wrong fam. They look the same, right? The res has a cat on it, right? They just look the same. Okay, I'm getting destroyed. Melborg just gets lost. It's like there's nothing there. Okay, I'll message Scarlet quickly. Let her know we're starting. How am I still alive? What's going on? There we go. Oh, I killed somebody. I killed him. That's worth. That's worth. Alright, guys. I will see you later. And yeah, if you want to stick around for Stardew, give me about 10 minutes and we'll get started. Okay, bye!